I've been procrastinating again. To be fair, I did get some stuff done. On a stream, I cleared out the old infrastructure I had here and all the buildings that used to be over here. And it's a little more unnoticeable, but that entire area has been terraformed. It's a little easier to notice once you're looking at where the snow hasn't covered, but at a glance, aside from those cliff edges, which I need to work on, you don't really notice most of it, which that's fantastic. I'm very happy about that. And then I also got these berry bushes down. This is going to help fuel the rest of Spawn Town. It's a winter wonderland here, and the only way to effectively get rid of the snow without using a lot of string is berries. Plus also, look at the beautiful texturing underneath. It's very unnoticeable, but I do adore it. And then I came through here, got windows done. There's some berries over here in this little courtyard too. Little decorations, little things that just help bring it together. Also, don't ask me how many anvils I had to craft. But all in all, this entire area is set up. I need to actually talk to the Passion SMP people. I've moved into a little office up here, and so is Lilac. I need to text Lilac and tell him, hey, you can change out your walls now. I've put in temporary stone walls. I've purposely made it so these rooms are customizable. But yeah, but we're not focused on the community center today. Although we do need to actually focus on it a little bit later because of the zombie villagers. Hey, excuse me. The zombie villagers we need to get set up, and I also found another one that I've named Look when I did a little off-camera mining before finishing this actually. And rubber band. No. And finish this giant hole that goes all the way down. It's not even loading. All the way down to deep slate. Or not deep slate, bedrock. It does go down to deep slate though. That is true. But this goes all the way down, and this one's mostly aesthetic. It does connect up to the actual functional mineshaft that we have for the server that is accessible over here, and we're gonna decorate this hopefully today. But I'm ready to start the actual town that's going to be happening here. And the first thing that we need that is really just more infrastructure and a way for me to hide some basic farms that we're going to need for everything else is the coal mines. You see, in my head, I've actually got, this is like midway through the town. The very first thing I wanted was the community center and the train station, but then you actually need a town for said community. And I wasn't sure what to put in that town. So I'm like, you know what? I AFK here a lot. So we'll make the AFK inn an inn for AFKing. But what does an inn need? Well, it needs food. It probably has drink, which, yeah, all the berries behind me. But berries need a distillery. If you're gonna get food, you're gonna need a butcher shop. And, well, there's not a lot of we can have animals out here, but there's not a lot else for food. So I want to put fishing huts around the riverbed. Or not riverbed. Around the river. I don't know why I added bed to that. That was weird. But all those need warehouses. I have a lot of different things I need here. But what's the one thing all of them need? Power. I do want to add in a few fake water-powered things that look like they've been frozen over. Maybe this place has been here a long time. I do want to weather that down in the future. And maybe in the past they tried doing water-based power, but now they've evolved, or not necessarily evolved, but moved on to using coal methods. I want this place to be kind of like early industrial, and this coal mine is definitely going to reflect that. So today we're going to be putting 3 different coal smokestacks. We're putting smokestacks down. I want to put down little factories that are going to hide 2 or 3 farms. In the, excuse me, I'm talking. In the old community center, because I did have a design drafted before this one, we hid several farms in part of the place. And this, well, I'm not hiding those farms in here anymore, but I did keep the resources for them. So we're going to be hiding a lava farm as well as an auto smelter. And I would love to also move. I have a very hidden stone mine, or what's the word I want? Stone generator, that's what I was thinking of. I have a hidden stone generator all the way out at my base, but my base is, it's far from close. It's way over here. That's not close at all. And I know Lilac comes by for it often. And so I want to maybe make a couple generators and also like pantry of sorts, a cobbled pantry. So if you go mining and you collect a bunch of resources that you don't need, if you get a bunch of extra stone, andesite, and you don't want to hobble it all back to the storage at your base, you don't have the shulkers for it, whatever, you could bring it up here and leave it at the little cobble pantry. If you need resources, you grab some, and if you don't need them, you leave them. So something just simple like that. It also helps reduce some of the lag on the server, because we don't want to be leaving a bunch of blocks down there just waiting to be loaded in, because that's just a waste. It's not fun, it's not useful. And a big part of making the town over here, and I want this town to spread out and around, is I want there to actually be some use to this. I love world building, I love the aesthetics of a town, but I want it to be actually useful for the SMP. So, for example, the warehouses in the future that I'm gonna make, and there's probably gonna be one or two that will hide around the coal mines, maybe today, maybe later. I'm gonna hide various things like auto food farms, cactus farms, kelp farms. So we have basically everything we need here. There is sadly one thing I couldn't get done here. There are mine shafts down there, so we do have a cave spider spawner that we can use, but admittedly that's not super useful. Like, yes, that's a good XP farm, but cave spiders suck, and I hate making XP farms for spiders. And the nearest spawners that I can find are over here. But way down here in this seemingly little cave, I maneuver my way around. There's a skeleton spawner there, and oh stars, is this a flight course? If we curve around here and I attempt not to die, there's a spider spawner right here. And this is pretty far out, so in the future, we have the train station, yes? The plan was I was going to put one that'd go up north, that'd go straight to the stronghold, so people can easily get out into the stronghold. Because it's almost like directly north. Where's my waypoint for that? That's Gunpowder Farm. End portal. Right there. Well, this cuts basically directly across this. So I'd like to make a couple train stations, and there's also the Gunpowder Farm out this way that I would love to be able to better access. I have no idea how I could hide this. Maybe I could cover the entire thing in ice and make maybe an auto sugarcane farm in here somehow. But we could have the train station run through and make a stop here, and I can make some decorative houses out here. And that's my old base. We don't have to worry about that one. There is that one right there, and that is the old train tracks. I may leave pieces of it and just age it a little bit, but I don't want to fully get rid of that one because that's extra work. Two, because I would want to keep some mark that it's been there. I like the idea that like, keeping the old stuff at least a little bit to give a little more world building to our server. And then the other side of the train station is gonna go, actually, I've talked about in the past just making a straight shot west so people can get out of the snowy biome, but everyone's settled down south. So I might just have this cut through here, or go straight out, and then cut through the mountain and go all the way out to our bases. So I cut out and go down. There's Dead Dog's base there. If I keep scrolling, there's a Lilac's base out that way. Keep scrolling, there's my base. And somewhere all the way out here, oh, there it is. All the way out here is our newer member, Skip It. So basically everybody's settled down south. So that would be a decent idea. Also, I love the Blahaj. I love the shrine. I never thought about doing this just before now. I might just make like a little actual like dedicated building for the Blahaj and make a proper shrine there. But I want to tear this down. I want to put a map of the server right here and then move the portal to the train station, so it's a little more of just a general transport area. And then of course we have the Blahajas over here, and I have Blahajas scattered across the server anyway, like our lovely Christmas tree that's chilling out right here. And admittedly, I have actually planned out most of these buildings before, and you can kind of see what I'm talking about with building up this town. But what I want to focus on is over here. These buildings also, I want to use this. I don't know if I have the time to collect all this acacia wood, and this was me testing out the beacons and where to put them. But I would love, I know we have copper now, but I don't feel like waxing and oxidizing a bunch of copper. So we're gonna use acacia instead, because it does actually make a beautiful rusted color. Also, because we have armor stands. Oh, where is the guy? I can never find it. There he is. Because we have armor stands, I can do fun stuff like this. I don't want to do this all the time, because a lot of armor stands can lag out the server, but I love it. I can actually center it. But I do want to do some of these to help hide the entrance to our actual functional mineshaft. But we're gonna have a bunch of coal mines, or smoke pikes, smokestacks, there we go. We're gonna have a bunch of smokestacks like this, and then these pretty just normal, average, rectangular buildings that I'm gonna dot around next to it. So all in all, this is actually pretty quick and easy for me to get done and started. But there's other things I need to do today. I want to get, oh, you can also see an old version of the community center behind me. I also want to get a cartographer loop started with all our villagers. And then we also have the issue of, I'm just gonna place this randomly for the moment. We also have the issue of, for the next thing we're going to do as an SMP, next little event, I suggested that we make a bunch of minigames. And this exact moment, I can't really think of anything. I should have probably thought of something before I suggested the idea. But I didn't do that. So I need to do that, but I don't know what to do at this exact moment. So that's something I gotta figure out. We'll see how well this works out. But then it is something I at least want to get started, and maybe, I think some people, I know Lilac's working on one. I don't know if that's spoilers, because she's talked about it a little bit to me, but I don't know if she's talked about it on our episode yet. So I'll leave that, excuse me. I'll leave that be. I know I like flying mini games. I'm a big fan of those, so I'm tempted to make some mini flight course. I could do that inside the community center because of, you can not necessarily comfortably fly, but you can reasonably fly within the walls of it. I could also do one across, oh, there's this mountain behind my base that just is absolutely ridiculous. Oh yeah, I also want to show I've decorated a little bit since last time. I don't think this has made it into a video. I show the SMP members, but yeah, I did get my house decorated. It's all pretty, and I did change this out a little bit, but there's these mountains behind my base. And yeah, it looks pretty normal at first until you get behind them, and then suddenly the generation goes wonky and I have sky islands, as well as a good old secret tunnel. Well, but this would actually be an interesting area to do a flight course. So I may just do that. It's like swoop through here, and then they have to go around like this, through one here, go up and over. Oh, something like that. I don't know if we'll get that. Hello, is that another secret tunnel? Please. Secret tunnel. Epic. Okay, I could maybe do one through my house. I think that would be a little too difficult for people, because the situation would go something a little bit like, I can't even make it. You'd have to make it through here and then go around that little corner down there. I can't even make it through that. And then you'd have to loop around to that one little spot. Oh yeah, I need to tear down Tall's old room still, because now he's very happily in his new room with Carl. Hi, Tall. Hi, Carl. I'm so happy I have my house now. I need to work on that too. The next few weeks, now that I got my major projects started, I think the next few weeks we're gonna be working on the bits and pieces I've left behind, because the entire back of my house doesn't have any foundation, as in there's like, it's floating in air. I need to actually add the mountain behind that. And the iron farm's supposed to be a deactivated volcano, so we need to build that as well. But before I get really into building that, I actually want to get the cartographer loop started. I didn't grab the stuff to cure the villagers. But if you're unfamiliar, a Cartographer loop is probably, at least right now, aside from a raid farm, although if you're not constantly running it, raid farms can be slow as well. Boop, 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 boop. I should have separated their boats. A cartographer loop, aside from running a raid farm constantly, is one of the easiest ways to get emeralds going. And cartographer loop just refers to buying glass from librarians and then turning that glass into glass panes and then selling the glass panes to cartographers, which when done long term can give you serious profit for very little setup. There's 1, 2, who's gonna be 3? The child or the adult? Look! Child! Huevo! Huevo, please! Huevo! Huevo! Huevo. You gotta admit, they are weird names, but they're fun to say. Huevo! Dude, come on. You're like the second person I gave an apple. Or the third, I can't remember. Dude. Dude. Why does it say farmer novice at the top? Unemployed, unemployed. Why are you a farmer? You're a child. You can't have a job. There we go. Alright. And now the fun process of slowly boating them over. I'd even like set up half of this correctly. Hold on. So there's a few ways you can make villagers less laggy. And the two that one I've only heard of and not done on my own, and the other I have done in the past, is double layered carpet for the villager and then magma block for the workstation. Wait, if I do this, then one of them's gonna come over to the workstation. Yeah, and then get it. Yes. Fantastic. Okay. Yeah. Come on, dude. Come on. This is why I hate getting villagers set up. Yes. The one annoying part about getting this set up, though, is the glass trades aren't their first trades. It's the cartographer's second set, and it's the librarian's third set. And it's not a guarantee that the librarian's gonna have the glass trade. So that's fun. And hopefully, Look will actually have the glass trade, because if not, this kind of sucks. Come on, Look. Pretty please, give me the trade. Yes! Okay, good. Okay, this was all worth it immediately. And now we make glass panes, and we come over these guys, and we go, hey sir, would you like some glass panes? And then we get our emeralds back. Hey sir, would you like glass panes? And then we get our emeralds back. All right, cool. I'm gonna do this for a little while. I'll be back. I spent the day slowly trading, crafting, and then running over these guys to trade some more because honestly, trading. I do have more cartographers over there. Usually these guys have much better prices, and you just changed them. Much better prices when these only have like 11 or 10. So with that, very slow progress and a lot of levels. I started this at like 50 or something, right? I think. We have actually at this point almost made a profit. I started with 35. So that's not too bad. And I think I'm actually going to stop right there because that perfectly got rid of my glass. I actually need to do more stuff than just this today. So let's move over to... Yeah, I built a little bit more over there. So over here, I started with a few little buildings to get this going. And I've placed these with the intention of composition. Just generally framing the massive mineshaft that I want to happen here. Not gonna be able to get all that done today, but at least starting with that intention, I can have some great composition later. But first, I actually need to put in the farms that are gonna go here, and I realized I'm tempted to put the stone generator that I want to make with my lava farms, because, well, you need lava for a stone generator anyway. But I think that actually might be a lot better as a dedicated space in here, because I do want some storage to drop for people to drop things off, but then I could put the stone generator up here, because it does take a bit of room, and this seems like a really good space for that. So I'm gonna have to deconstruct the one at my base in order to make that. And then the other thing is the auto smelter. And this snow is horrible. I should have put a roof over this, but I didn't want to have to rebuild everything in case it doesn't fit how I want it to in this space. So, time lapse, because I need a tutorial for this one. I don't make auto smelters. And strangely, I didn't plan this out at all. The furnaces I had from before, because I didn't use the full amount of furnaces from this tutorial. It's up here. Go look at it. It's good. I didn't use the full amount of furnaces, so this is the same amount from the original community center, and it fits perfectly in this building. I did have to slightly change this because the original was like, put the lever back here, but there's gonna be a wall right there, so impromptu solution, which works just fine. So we're gonna last finishing touches so you can't mess with this by accident. And yeah, that's all good. I had to run for dye and glowing sacks, so we'll have a little bit of backstock of lava to throw in here. And I'll try and keep these guys pretty stocked up. I do need to go run for more lava though. It's definitely gonna help get the lava farm set up over here, which I'm definitely gonna put more cauldrons in, because 18, that's a small amount, because there's 12 over there, so I'd want at least 2 or 3 per, so 24, 36 cauldrons, and we only have 2/3, half of that. I guess the first question is, how many can I fit in this room? Because these circles in the back of here, there's also some in the back of, oh, a little hard to see from there, in the back of this, and there's some in the back of that, are gonna be huge smokestacks, and I want them to be like visible from the inside, so they're slightly clipped into this room. So realistically, my walkway isn't here, it's here. Just cuts up the room a little bit more. And if I'm giving the dripstone room to grow as well, I probably want to do it like this, because reaching into the third one could be difficult sometimes, depending on, I've already ran out, depending on how big the dripstone is. So can I get away with rows like that? No, one of them is not going to be the same. Let's just not do this middle row, and then do... That would give us 24, yeah? Because that's 4 sets of 8. No, that's 32. I'm completely wrong. Oh, if I did one... That would be the 36 I want if we did just a simple middle row. Because I'm tempted to push this against the wall, but I want to be able to walk around it, which is the only thing that prevents me from doing that. So yeah, I could just do an awkward middle row. And yeah, let me craft up some more. That does feel kind of awkward, but it does fulfill what I want for this farm, and people aren't probably gonna walk in this a whole lot, so yeah, it'll work out. I trust it will. I have the funniest opportunity right now. I can do the funniest thing. Come on, come right over here, dude. Yeah. No, come on. Yeah. Yeah. That shouldn't have been as fun as it was. I see an opportunity, I take an opportunity. And I just finished placing, and it's already working. This is why I made so many. It just works so fast. It's fantastic. And because I'm going to be around a lot doing various things, this is probably going to fill up a lot, and given enough time, one day all those dripstone might actually be grown. Yes, they need water to grow, but that's just to grow faster. In time, they will still grow right where they are right now. It's just going to take a lot of time. So you'll get to really see how much I AFK around here. But now I have to go and run and steal my old stone generator, and then we're gonna throw it up there. Well, hello there. And that's all the farms I want up here. In the future, I'd love to get some toolsmiths and the like around this area, so you can just buy a bunch of diamond pickaxes and then head down to the mines. But I don't think I have the time to do that. What I do want to still add is a barracks. I'm not sure if we're gonna add it for every single level. I don't think there's really a good spot for it to put it here. And I actually need a lot of cobble deep slate, so I'm gonna excavate this with capitalism. I just want to make a little barracks, station, so people can come over here, sleep real quick if they need, stop a moment, stay a moment, and until I get the AFK in done, which will be next time, you can AFK here as well, because I have a habit of just coming over here if I do need AFK, which is a lot. And it's not gonna be anything super pretty this time. I would love to put a bunch of wood down here and use more acacia and copper. Copper's easier to collect, acacia not so much. And yeah, there's tree farms. I've been looking at tree farms. I want to find a proper one that really works. Because on the server, we have the falling tree mod. So if you cut down one piece, it cuts down the rest of it, which works extremely well, except for the fact that it kind of makes tree farms almost null, but still collecting wood is very tedious and annoying. So it's a mix of good and bad. Because in order to one-shot a tree, it needs so many leaves in order to be considered a tree. So yeah, I need to test out some things, because theoretically, I could add some leaves to like either side, or like keep a backstock of leaves. There's also like the exploding TNT. There's a miniature TNT, or miniature tree farm that uses a TNT duper, and that may work out really well. I still have to check and see, but I would love to get a proper tree farm going for the server. Alright, that's pretty good. I'm gonna throw some beds down here later, but I just want to dig this out on the other side as well. Also, I might have an idea for my mini game. I was thinking over it, and I really like flight games. Yeah, I've explained this. I love flight games, but there's not necessarily like a really good way to go about them. Or there was the flight idea I had, but I was watching through a bunch of Hermitcraft videos, and I remembered, oh yeah, if you fly into a target block, it does activate. So I need to test this, but I think we can make hopscotch. It's the most simplest thing, but I just want to put a target board on a wall of hopscotch, and then you have to elytra hop into each of the target blocks, and whoever can hit all the target blocks first is the person who wins. And then we do, depending on who all is able to, you could just do like 1v1s, or we could do a ladder PvP. Each one of us will go against each other, losers versus losers, winners versus winners, etc. I really want to test that out. I know it's possible, it's just a matter of, can you effectively do it with elytra hopping? That is a thought I have, and it's something I can easily hide in a house too, so I could just put my mini game in a house in Spawn Town, and people can go visit it. So I think I have enough time that we can quickly get these buildings done, and then we can actually test out hopscotch. I wanted to get more of this done, but this took like 2 hours, just these 6 paintings. Not paintings. These 6 maps took 2 hours. Oh, forgot I had this. You know, mods really do help with the little things. But give and take a little bit with that, because I also ran and got the second elytra, so I could switch out and do this for longer periods of time. So that's like, let's give it a good estimate, like 20 minutes per map. And if I've done 6 of them, and I know this area is 61, I still have 55 more to go, and that's a lot of time, and I'd like to get this episode done before the end of the month. So, I'm gonna have to move on and continue doing this, definitely off camera. Maybe a few of them on stream every now and again, but definitely off camera. Also, hey look, my house. But I do still have enough time to test hopscotch. And for now, we're just gonna use this room. I'm not even sure how I want to put this together. I don't think I even grabbed any extra blocks. So let me go grab some real quick. Also, these look absolutely fantastic. I'm so happy about this. I want to make these look like proper garages, kind of, in the future, but I just don't got time for that this time, so a little bit here, a little bit there, we'll slowly get everything done. But theoretically, okay, let's double check that I can even do this in the first place, because from what I know, and let's, like, make sure we can tell this, just something simple like that, should be that if I ram into, did I just not see it? 'Cause from what I know, that should work. Let me make sure my spawn's over here just in case. Oh, I could lose 95 levels though. Granted, this was just from trading, but would rather not do that. Nope. Okay, I'm gonna test this on a different world. So from what I know, yeah, that worked. So why wasn't it working on the server? Yeah, my game is lagging so much. I'm just gonna, there we go. Cause yeah, if I hate creative mode. It doesn't like you flying with an elytra. I have it equipped. It is equipped. It just doesn't like me trying to fly. Yeah, that works. And it does elytra hopping into it work though. I need to just be in straight up survival mode for this because this is not working. It's a copy of the world, so I have to do this every time because it doesn't consider that I use cheats. Blah blah blah. So, my entire idea for this is based on the fact that you could potentially elytra hop into it. It's not letting me hop though, which is very unfortunate. I'm elytra hopping. Yeah, there we go. Come on. The problem is it's also harder to do in third person, so it's a little hard for me to check my work. Because we could just fly into it. I think I need one more block there. Because, yeah, you could just bonk into it. Did that even work? Oop. No, that just didn't go off. But if I do this, if I slowly go into it, does that still work? No. It needs that momentum in order to get it going. Because yeah, slowly flying over to it didn't work. Okay, so this literally can't work. Unless I did like a... What if I just made like a map? I still like the idea of hopscotch. I still like the idea of forcing people to learn how to do elytra hopping. So, in theory, if I use my old redstone techniques, because this is the only immediate way I could think of doing this, try a little something. Oh, I did use normal... Okay, I need to understand my redstone here. It has power, so does a pressure plate really have that little power? That's funny. That's interesting. So if I am to understand the thing I want to do, which is this, and now you've activated that one so you don't have to reactivate that lamp. Okay, yeah. I'm just being a silly Billy with my mechanisms. Okay. And now we have a little something. Like that. And you just have to make it across all of those. So I could just do a big hopscotch where you go 1, 2, oh. And now you can see where the problem is with this of consistent... and figure out the right intervals. How did I get all three the first time doing this? Because once you bounce, you need to reactivate the... Oh, what I'm doing is just landing and not bouncing is my problem. I think I do like this 4-block interval, though. There we go. I think I was just flat out jumping that, though. So we'll need to have this will have to be a 1v1, and then we'll have somebody watch, and if you accidentally jump it instead of elytra hopping it, I'll have to give people, like, a long platform to get started on this, because elytra hopping is best with a wide distance to actually get it going. It's a lot harder to just start elytra hopping. Let me actually get a replay of this so you can understand what's actively happening and why I'm struggling so much. Because you can't tell from first-person gameplay, not really anyway. It's just the utter failing over and over. Because when you do it right, you only know by your velocity and the slow falling down. There we go. Yeah, there we go. I got one. I needed to quickly force... no. I needed to quickly force myself down. And I didn't do that. All the mic's probably hearing is just my spacebar spamming. I think there's a specific interval. There's one, but I need to hit all 3 of these. I might need to push these up to 5 then. Because I'm elytra hopping constantly. And if these 4s... Oh, I was too far off that time. Because I don't want people to elytra hop over, stop, and then attempt to elytra hop again. Because then that would just be parkour. That's not what we're doing. We're elytra hopping. So this gives me a lot to think about. Okay. We'll have to refine this next time. But despite not really getting much done today, well, seemingly so, we got all of these factories in, well, not factories. We got all these farms in and got these buildings done, and then also finished up, well, it didn't. Oh, I still have it off. Oh, the world looks so small when I have it off. There we go. That's gorgeous. Okay. And I got I got the shrine moved. Well, removed for now. And I moved the portal. There's the cartographers in there. It's the small things, but it's the things that needed to get done. And then, of course, the map, which is, it's gonna take me so long. But that's alright. It'll look good in the end. That's what matters to me. But that's it for today. Thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.